Okay, today we'll see how we can use gradient in Adobe Illustrator, right? How we can fill gradient. What does gradient mean? Gradient mean if you are using more than one color and mixing them very smoothly, right? That's called gradient. If you are filling only one color, that is called solid color, plain color, right? One color. You can say anything. But we have another one if you want to mix colors, alright. For example, I'll make another one, and here we have these color modes actually, alright, in toolbox. First we have color, alright. If you click here, this is color, and next mode is gradient. When you click, that gradient will be filled, and third mode we have, which is called none. It means it will remove color from the shape, alright. Both you can use. And just look at here also when you are doing changes. So that first property is fill property and the bottom property is outline. Once the fill is on top, so once you click, that fill will be filled. So from here you can remove fill color. Even if you click this one, then you can double click and here, and you can also choose any color for the outline as well. So even if you click now, the outline property is on top. If you click on this gradient, then gradient will be filled in outline, you can see here, alright. So you have to be careful which property is on top. Is a fill property on top or outline property on top, then these function will be applied on that property. For example, now if you click here, solid color is outline color now, gradient, and if you click here, that is removed, alright. Alright. You can use this shortcut key, less than bracket for color, greater than for gradient, and / for none. And these three keys are together on the keyboard, less than, greater than, and / none. So you can use these three keys, alright, from the keyboard. So I'll use greater than bracket to fill the gradient. Now gradient has been filled. Now it's time to edit it, alright. We want to edit. There are two ways to edit gradients. If you want to edit gradients on the shape, you can edit from the gradient panel, alright. I will just bring it out. So from here, if you edit, alright, you will see this is gradient panel, and we have gradient types. You can use also gradient presets from here. We have some presets you want to use, you can use from here, or we have edit gradients. You can click here, so it will give you live editing option, and it will make the tool active from the toolbox, which is called gradient tool. Then you can live edit here. Now you will see there is a relation between this live editing and this gradient panel, alright. So I will do undo. I will do orange and yellow, for example. Now here you have a lot of colors on the slider bar. This is called gradient slider, alright. So if you want to change color, I will change to black and white. Here we have two color spot. You can see this is color spot or paint bucket. I would like to say the paint bucket before. So if you click here, so you can just move and you can change your mixing ratio. If you double click on this color spot, alright, so it will show you the color swatches panel, alright. From here you can just change color. Same here, color spot. When you double click here, and it will show you color options. And also we have here color. If you click, you can also just mix and match, and also if you have another color in your drawing area, you can also pick that color from your drawing board as well, alright. So that's how you can use. Look, as you are moving on your live object, you can see the changes also going on here. So if you want to add any colors spot, right, so you need to click near the slider of, okay, I will zoom it. For example, if you want to add one more color spot, when you see this white cursor with plus sign, just click, so it will add one more color spot. If you feel difficulty here, just go to gradient panel and just click here, so it will add more color spots like this. If you want to move, now you can move. You want to change color, double click here, and you can change color as well if you want to change color, okay. If you want to delete any color spot from the gradient panel, alright, so just select this one and click on this dustbin, delete, and it will be delete that one. If you want to delete color spot from the gradient slider, just click and drag out, and that color spot will be deleted like this. Same here you can add also. So when we use this one, so here actually if you will feel we have three type of cursors. First we have this one. From this you can change the direction of the gradient like this, alright. Then if you go more near, like then you have black cursor, you can just move it like this, okay, if you want to change the movement of the slider. And if you go more near, then you will see this white cursor along with plus sign, you can add color spots, alright. And you can play with it. Live means editing, you can play with the direction like this. You can add and you can like this, you can do that. Okay, next thing we have here, which is called opacity of the color. You can change the opacity of each color in the gradient, which is very useful if you want to make a transparent gradient, alright. For example, now you can see this gradient from here, I want to make it transparent. But now it's not a transparent, it's a white color. What I will do, now you can see the live slider is not active on my object. So what you need to do, it's here, you can do changes from also gradient panel. But if you want to active here gradient slider, just you need to click gradient tool. That is important point, alright. If you want to active gradient slider here, just click on this gradient tool, then slider will be appear on your object, okay. Now I want to make one color transparent. This white color I want to make it transparent. So click on this color and just change its opacity from here, make it 0%. Now you will see that color become transparent, like you can change its direction as well. Now this color is transparent color like this. So you need to click on this color spot and you can change opacity from here, or you can change also opacity from the top of the property bar. And here you can also change the opacity of the colors as well, alright. So that's how you can use gradient from one color, you can make transparent. You can also change the location, okay, where you want to move that color in the slider. And from here you can also change angle, which we were using manually like this, you can do that as well, okay. This transparent gradient we can use also to make our picture a little bit faded out, okay. For example, I will just place any picture here. For example, we have one picture here, so I want to make it faded from the down. So I'll use one more here, alright, one rectangle, alright. Now because we have used before the gradient, that is showing us the same setting. So what I want to do, I will select this one and click on gradient tool, and now just move the direction up, and this one you will see this one has a opacity 0%, and choose this color, and I will change this color to white, alright, like this. And I will delete this gradient, I don't need this spot. Then you can move it up like this, alright. So you can make changes like this, alright. Now you can show your picture is like faded from the down direction, right? So this effect you can also use in your designs. We have opacity mask by using the same technique. We will see also how to use opacity mask by using gradient. Okay, so that's how you can use how you can make one color as a transparent color. Then next we have gradient types, okay. If you want to use gradient types, okay, I will fill here. So first type of the gradient we have, just make sure you have filled gradient inside, and from here I will choose some presets like this, it's filled now. And here you have gradient types, you can change from here, also you can change from the property bar, because if you will take gradient tool, it will show you the property bar, also the same properties of that tool which you have selected from toolbox. So now first type we have linear gradient. This linear gradient are straight, like horizontal and vertical. You can just fill them and you can move them also. Then we have radial gradient. Okay, the radial gradient you can just make a ball effect as well, embossing effect as well, like this, right? So you have just filled this color. If you just zoom out, you will see it will give you effect of the ball, right? Like this. So you can use in your design look. The radial gradient, it's looking like you have created 3D ball, alright? So this radial gradient is important. You can also use this gradient in your design. Okay, the next one is one of my favorite one, is called freeform gradient. Okay, if you click third type from here, and you will see it will give you to play freehand. So here we have separate color spots. Okay, you can just use that color spot, you can move anywhere. If you double click on the spot, you can change color like this. If you click anywhere, it will gives you another color spot like this. Like this, you can just fill another color in this. So again click here and just click here, and you can just fill another color like this. So like this, you can just create your own color gradient, your own background. Many people are creating background by using free form gradient. Alright, now you will see this free form gradient you has created. Now you can use it. If you want to modify again, just click on gradient tool. Alright, it will show you again the setting. Then you can also change it. Alright, so free form gradient, you can also choose from here the types, linear, gradient and freeform. You can choose also from here. Alright, in freeform gradient actually you have two types, point types, and you can also use line. And if you select line, so it will show you line, like it will make line like this and like this. So you can use also this line, all right, to just increase the more attraction in your background. All right, it's your own choice. Okay, so that's how you can fill gradient inside object. Not only inside object, you can also fill gradient in stroke, in outline. All right, how? Just make this top, this property, outline property on top, and then click on the gradient. Then you will see gradient also being filled in the stroke. And you can just change from here like this. You can change the width, and you will see here it's filled. And now from here you can change the gradient. Look at here. And also you can edit stroke. When you click, we have different option, apply gradient along strokes like this, and you can also use apply gradient across stroke like this. So you can use also this option while you're applying on stroke. All right, so that's how you can create a button for your website template as well. So that's all about the gradient, how you can use gradient and how many types of gradients are in Adobe Illustrator.